Emirates Palace is now 10 years old. What continues to make this property such a unique experience, and how does it maintain its position as one of the best hotels in the world?
10 years ago, Emirates Palace was built as a vision of Sheikh Zayed, the father of the nation, who wanted to have a hotel representing the UAE and the hospitality of the UAE and Abu Dhabi. We achieved we had a lot of success over the last 10 years, not only with state visits, but also with putting ourselves on the map and staying there. Now the next couple of years, obviously it's also, once you are in the position of being one of the best hotels of the world, you need to think of how do you keep this role, and obviously we're only going to keep it with the consistent service, with a upscale product, and with a warmth in our service, which I hope every guest who comes to Emirates Palace will find.
How important is the luxury traveller to your hotel, and what luxury experiences do they have while staying here?
I think staying at Emirates Palace is a luxury stay per se. So the luxury traveller obviously is quite important to us, since it is a fact of life that the average rate in Emirates Palace is a little bit higher than in most other hotels in the city or in the UAE. So it plays a vital role in the life of Emirates Palace. But I also must say, being able to serve the luxury traveller also gives a lot of satisfaction to me and to our staff at Emirates Palace.
Talking of luxury, you have the gold leaf camel burger on your menu, which must be a truly unique item. How did this come about?
It certainly is a unique item, not only for Emirates Palace, but giving the region, given that we at Emirates Palace were looking for some signature dish, some signature drink. For example, we have the Palace Cappuccino with gold on top. The camel burger, with its 24-karat gold, and by the way, only 24-karat gold is edible, is one of our signature dishes, which we have invented as something special, which represents a bit the region and goes very well along with our Palace Cappuccino, which also has a 24 gold crust on top of the cappuccino, and it sells very, very well, and it's something unique. And you can hear people talking still years after they had been at Emirates Palace of the cappuccino or the camel burger.
I've also noticed a high number of Chinese guests going through Emirates Palace whilst we've been here. Is that an important market for you?
The Chinese guest definitely, or the Chinese traveller, certainly is an important market for us. It's the upcoming market. It's a market which helps not only in the overnight stay, but a lot of Chinese guests also come to visit the palace, to have lunch, to have dinner here while staying somewhere else. But it makes us quite proud to be still seen as an icon of Emirati hospitality, also in parts of the world where we were not known that well, now in China.
With such an impressive ballroom and varied meeting spaces, is the MICE industry a key target market for Emirates Palace?
The MICE industry certainly is a key market for Emirates Palace. Having 100 acres or 1 million square meters here, there's so many things people can do during meetings or incentives. From, as you mentioned, the ballroom, we have an auditorium for 1,200 people, 1.3 kilometer beach, a football field, 4 tennis courts. I could name endlessly. So the usage of all the facilities obviously also is required, and we of course enforce it, and therefore the MICE business is certainly a big business for us as well.
Can we talk about your relationship with the Kempinski brand? What value does that add to the hotel?
Kempinski, being the oldest independent European hospitality group from 1997, adds a lot of European hospitality. I believe a lot of other companies, they have their own roots, they have their own origins in parts of the world, but being European, we believe that we understand luxury coming from, if you talk about luxury cars, luxury fashion, luxury leather goods, most of it is actually situated or has its roots in Europe. So we believe that we can add something on the luxury for the luxury traveller and on the luxury hospitality market with our European roots, and the long history which we are having.
Your award-winning spa has plenty to offer. Can you tell our viewers specifically about the 24-karat gold Radiance Facial, which won the title World's Best Spa Signature Treatment at the World Spa Awards last year?
Yes, I mean, it's one of our, or it's the signature treatment in the Emirates Palace Spa. It's one of the most popular ones. It's using some kind of nanotechnology, and of course you feel a bit like Cleopatra, having all the gold in your face. So it's also quite a unique experience at a price which is still affordable of, I believe, roughly 1,900 dirham. So it's something somebody really could experience or can experience while he or she is staying at Emirates Palace.
Emirates Palace is surely one of the most photographed hotels. Today you see every guest with their own devices taking images and sharing these across social media. How much of an impact does social media play in the hospitality sector, and what is your strategy for social media as a hotel?
I believe the social media is a part where it's playing an overwhelming role these days. I believe it depends a little bit on the age groups as well. However, we are monitoring, we are taking part in the social media, and I think it will become more and more vital role. And I think we have to accept the fact, because until the social media came up, we were pretty much in control what we are spreading to the world. With the social media, we're not in control anymore, or not only in control anymore. So I think we have to have the right people, the right tools, not only as Emirates Palace, as anyone in the hospitality industry, to get the best out of the social media for your own product.
Are you concerned by the number of new hotels opening up around you here in Abu Dhabi, or is Emirates Palace in a league of its own?
On one hand, Emirates Palace is certainly in the league of its own. On the other hand, I would lie if I'm not concerned. On one hand, every new hotel which comes in the area, comes in Abu Dhabi, helps to promote Abu Dhabi. On the other hand, if the hotels which are around us, they also have beds to offer, they also have a good service to offer. They have another 5, 6, 7 restaurants which also would like to have the guests. And at the end of the day, we are competing all for the same part of the cake. However, I believe with the iconic Emirates Palace building, but also with the service we are delivering, that we don't need to be afraid of any competition around us.
Talking a little bit more about the Abu Dhabi as a destination, what keeps the visitors' numbers up, and what makes Abu Dhabi different, say, from the likes of Dubai or other Middle East cities?
I think Abu Dhabi has a little bit the more peaceful life. I mean, I'm usually a bit stressed out if I go to Dubai until I come back. So Abu Dhabi has a little bit more, the peaceful life. Abu Dhabi has a lot to offer, from the beaches to the support for the hospitality business, and also for the traveler from Abu Dhabi tourism and from the authorities. The great beaches, and Abu Dhabi is also defining itself as a cultural hub in the Middle East, with the upcoming openings of the Louvre, the Guggenheim, and so on, and Saadiyat Island. So I think Abu Dhabi is trying, or is very much diversifying its own destination from others in the region.
So plenty to experience both in Abu Dhabi and in Emirates Palace itself. Thank you so much for talking with Breaking Travel News today.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much.